I didn't live close enough to keep going. So then I went to a different school for, oh my god, I broke my neck. I went to a different school for first through fifth grade, and then I went to like the middle school for my town for like, I would say up until spring break. Was in the same school for sixth grade, and then things got really tough there. Not even with the well, I mean it was kind of with the grades, but just I was having a really difficult time with some of the kids there, and um yeah, I was having a really tough time with some of the kids that were there, and I was being like, I was literally being harassed like every day, and it was not a good time, and I figured that it would be better if I just went to a different school, because like I was only like 11, 12, and I had not understood how to stick up for myself yet, which is kind of pathetic, and that's why I started doing MMA, and then I did that for like 2.5 or 3 years, and then when I transferred to the next school, I went from a sixth grade class of like 350 kids to a graduating eighth grade class of 30 kids. So it was like, it was a huge difference, and I mean it wasn't that big of a difference going into the high school, because for the people that went to the private school for preschool to eighth grade, they've only had that small group of kids, and then they go into a school with 300 kids a grade, and it's like, it's a huge difference. But like with me, I kind of had like a taste of it first, so like I knew what it was gonna be like, and yeah, I knew like what it was gonna be like and how it was gonna be to fit in, and like what you needed to do. And I have a almost 19-year-old sister. She's gonna be 19 in like a month or two, and she kind of gave me some advice. And while I was going through the difficulties of middle school, she was going through the difficulties of high school. So I kind of got like a little taste of what she had to go through and how to do everything. So it's not like, so I luckily am not the first one to go through high school. And sorry, I'm having my allergies act up with my dogs. Um but yeah, so I was having a little bit of I thought I was going to have a little bit more trouble than I than I actually ended up having. And just the fact that ow, the fact that my sister went to school before me really helped, like, my understanding of what was going to be going on. And like I felt super bad because like it was like the first, I kid you not, it wasn't even the first full day of school. It was like the day where you get to like see where all the classes are and everything, and like they broke us up into like tour groups. And it was like right after you take the test to like, or no, yeah, it was like right around the middle of the it was like right, not the middle, it was right before school started. And so it was right before school started, and everyone was kind of breaking into their mini beginning cliques in the lunchroom, like right before like it was lunchtime, and we had just gotten tours and stuff. And I was sitting at a table with a couple kids I knew from baseball. Like I said, I did baseball for like 9 years, so I mean I met a lot of kids through baseball. So I sat at a table with a couple kids from baseball, and I also knew a couple kids from like church retreats and stuff. And so I was sitting with some of them. I was just like talking and stuff. And then this kid came up that I'd never seen before, and I could tell that like he just really wanted to fit in like the rest of us, and he sat down, and then like he totally screwed up like his entire freshman year with like one comment that he said. He pulled out this piece of paper, and he was like this really kind of nerdy looking kid. He pulled out this piece of paper, and he was like super excited, and he was like, oh my god, guys, guess what? And we all like looked at each other, and we were like, what? And he's like, I have Mario's phone number. And we were like trying so hard not to laugh, because like we couldn't tell if he was serious or not, but like if he was like joking around. But yeah, he was dead serious. Like, he thought he had Mario's number, like the Nintendo character, and then he was a real person, and then he was gonna like call him and like fight and go on an adventure with him. And we didn't really know how to break it to him that he wasn't really a real person. And I felt really bad because he like got not necessarily teased, but I really have a feeling that he got teased and like beat up because of that, because like he's been quiet this entire year, and he's just like looked like he's been abused. I know that sounds terrible, but like he's always like so like withdrawn from everybody. And but yeah, like that decided like there are things you can do that can like decide your entire career. Or like if you like, for an example, if you're going to a job interview and you come in and you say you accidentally forget to turn your phone on vibrate or silent or whatever, and you get a call during the interview. Not only will getting a cell phone call during the interview kind of mess things up, but say your ringtone was like, I don't know, like, say you were going to be like, a lawyer or something, or like a secret serviceman for the president. I mean, I know that I don't know if that's something you try out for or whatever, but like, say you were going to do something like super serious that you're like, it's not something to joke around about, and your ringtone was Sexy and I Know It, and it just started going off in the interview. Like, that can decide whether you get the job or not. Like, if that hadn't have gone off, you probably would have been able to get the job. But, like, since it went off, you're not getting the job. Like, they're, like, one single event or choice can, like, determine a lot. But, like, say you were going to, like, work as, like, a cashier at McDonald's. If that goes off, they'll be like, hell yeah, and just hire you right there because you're, no. But, like, yeah. So, and, yeah, I just wanted to, like, give a little update. Ow. That's, like, how does that even happen? I don't even know how this is possible, what's going on right now, but alright, I need to figure out how to get out of this situation. Alright, I give up. Okay, where was I? Okay, so yeah, I know I've been kind of, like, jumping around quite a bit with, like, what I've been saying, but, oh, here's another thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about my embarrassing childhood. I kind of could tell, well, I don't be like, oh, you couldn't tell because you were a baby, but, like, if I was a person of a certain age, my parents could tell that me and my sister were going to get along great, because by the end of this year, like, at the end of the year, after me and my sister both had our birthdays, she'll be 19 and I'll be 16, and, so we're, like, 3 years apart in age, but we're 4 years apart in school. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So, I think my sister was, like, yeah, my sister was, like, 4 or something. Like, my mom had, like, just brought me back from the hospital, and my sister, like, was, like, loving having someone to play with and not be alone for, like, a couple months, a year, maybe a week, I don't know. And then, just out of the blue one day, like, she was holding me on the couch with my mom, and she was like, Mommy, and my mom was like, what? And she was like, when do we bring it back? My mom was like, what? And she was like, Jack. And I'm like, Like when I was told that story, it was really I kind of had mixed emotions because I was trying to decide whether to laugh or whether to just look at her and be like, wow. But yeah, so yeah, my sister, I could tell my sister and I were going to have a deep brother-sister relationship right from the beginning. And but yeah, so back to my embarrassing childhood. It just so happened that at one point when I was I think it was about 3rd or 4th grade, I got really into making videos and movies and like using Windows Movie Maker. And this was before I had a laptop, obviously. I was on my home desktop. And believe me, I filled up that computer with memory from all those movies and everything so quick. And that's what kind of got my parents to get me a laptop. And I was in high school. And I wanted to work on papers and get my PVR, all that jazz. But so, when I was younger, I had a really stupid sense of humor. And I made like the stupidest possible videos ever. Like I'm not even kidding. Like some of them were just so stupid. I can't even believe that I made them. And there's actually I think there's like there's two YouTube channels. I have currently I think I've lost the passwords to both of them, but I currently I have 4 YouTube channels. One was my dad's originally because he posted videos when he like went up in like guns, all that stuff, whatever. But I had another one that I just used for like watching like music videos and commenting on stuff before I got the Group of Gamers one. But so the one that my dad had, I started putting really funny videos for what I thought they were funny, like how Charlie Bit My Finger is to some people. Like some people could be like rolling on the floor laughing their ass off, and others could be like, that is so stupid. And like with my videos, I assumed that everyone was going to be rolling around on the floor laughing their ass off. That's what I assumed. I was like, this is like so funny. Everyone's going to laugh at this. I'm going to become a YouTube star. And my first idea was gummy bears fighting each other. Not stop motion, no. Me individually holding the gummy bears and making them fight each other. And I used a water bottle too. It was just bad. It was I can't even describe how bad it was. And I think that was the start to my middle school torment, was the stupidness of my videos. And like I tried to like publicize them with kids at my school, be like, hey dude, you should check out my YouTube channel, it's super cool. And like that was like the stupidest thing I could have done. Oh god, no. I'm alive, yay. But yeah, I also had one where like my cousin Tommy, he's been in one of my videos before. He stuck a fork through a biscuit and like put like mashed potatoes on it and like stuck peas in it, and he made like a little person out of it. And then there was another one where he and his neighbors, like I was at his house and him and his neighbors were like playing football or something, and he tackled one of them and they were like rolling on the ground like fighting over the football, and then I kicked one of them. I was trying to like kick one of them as a joke, and I was aiming towards their crotchal area because we're like, well, he's like 3 years younger than me, so like they're like 10, no, they're like not, they're like 7, 8 maybe, and I'm like 10, 11. So like it's so funny to like kick each other in the nuts, and it's like, ha ha ha, you got kicked, it's funny, ha, it hurts. And then when I went to do it, one of my feet got stuck in the mud, so I like stretched weird with my crotch, and it like ripped, almost not ripped, but like it overstretched. It's like I pretty much like pulled my thigh muscle and you hear me like do like an epic squeak, and I'm like, oh, stretch too much, stretch too much, and it was like almost in that exact voice, and it was just